Hello everyone, my name is Alexey, and today I'm going to tell you about one of the popular and useful patterns in programming, builder pattern. It's a creational pattern and it can be useful when you need to pass a lot of parameters in the constructor of your class or need to create an object with a lot of optional parameters. For the Frontend perspective, this pattern can be useful, for example, when a lot of chunks of data from the different APIs are arriving and you must construct the one object based on it, display it, and allow it to do some manipulations with data, etc. The pattern allows you to produce different types and representations of an object using the same construction code. I will show you the pattern using JavaScript language. So, let's start. Okay, let's start with considering why we need builder pattern and how it can solve problems with our code. So I've created class location and class car. Class car has brand, license plate, owner, and location in its constructor, and location which has street and zip number. And let's create car object. For example, we will have const car equals to new car, and we need to pass brand, for example, Rolls Royce, then license plate AA7777AA, then owner Alexey, and then location will be new location, and street can be Baker, and zip number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, and let's log our car. So it will be car. Okay, and as we can see in our console, we have brand Rolls-Royce, license plate, location, and of course owner. And all right with this code now, but for example, we will have license plate and owner. These parameters will be optional. And for example, we are creating an instance of our car in some part of our application, and we don't know license plate and owner, or car doesn't have these properties. And what we need to write, so we need to write instead of license plate and owner, undefined, and here also will be undefined. Cool. And it's only two optional parameters, and our code now is smelling already. So passing undefined, it's not so good practice. Let's imagine we will have more properties like model, like model name, like engine type, etc. And these options will be optional. So we will need to construct a car, and we will have provide, for example, 10 undefineds and one brand and then location. It's extremely bad. And the builder pattern will help us to solve this problem. I will show you two implementation of builder pattern. First implementation will be like a less JavaScript way, but it also exists and it also useful for a specific situation. And then I will show you more JavaScript way implementation of builder pattern, and we will see how creation of our object will be improved and how our code will be more quality and will have more flexibility without writing undefined or null in specific fields. Okay, let's use builder pattern and create a car builder for our car class. And firstly, we need to remove our possible optional properties from the code and leave only required properties. And required properties could be it could be property brand. Okay, let's remove this and let's remove this. And here we need to create new class, so it will be class car builder, and it will have constructor which will take our required properties. So for our example, it will be brand, so we need to pass brand here, and we need to create new car. So this car equals to new car. and it will be car with brand, with specific brand. And then we need to create methods for setting our properties. So let's create method set license plate. So it will be plate here, and this car license plate will be equals to plate, and we will return this. So return this. We need to return this from every method to use chaining for creating an object, and I will show it later. So let's create set license plate, then set owner. It will be owner here, and car owner equals to owner, and then set location. Here we will pass location, this car location will be equals to location. Cool, and we will return this. And also we need to create our main method. It will be a method build. So build, and this method will just return our car. So return this car. Nice. And let's create our car using our new car builder. So const car equals to new car builder. And firstly, we need to provide a brand. So it will be Rolls Royce, I suppose. And then we need to use optional chaining for creating fields for our object. And let's do it. So we can set, for example, owner. It will be Alexei. And then we need to create a license plate for this car. So it's AA777AA. And this car, for example, doesn't have location for now, and we can log it, but we need also to call build function in the end of creating of our object. And let's pass here car. And as we can see, we created car here, and we have an owner, license plate, and brand. And for example, we don't want to set license plate for now, and we can just remove it, and we will have a car with only brand and owner. And as we can see, this pattern helps us to create some complex complex structures only with chaining of methods without providing undefined or in some fields and other things. So it will help us create an object with different optional properties, and it will be in more declarative way. So I showed you one example of one possible implementation of builder pattern. You can use it in your code, and in some situation it will definitely increase your code style and development experience of creating new objects. And now I am going to show you the second method. It's more JavaScript way, and let's try to implement it. Amazing, and let's implement another variant of builder pattern in JavaScript. It will be more JavaScript way, and I will show you this variant. So we will have a car class and class location, for example, and we need to modify our constructor. We need to leave required properties in the start of constructor, and other optional properties wrap in an object. Yes, we will wrap in an object our params, and what we will have. For example, we will create new car, so const car equals to new car. Cool. And first property will be required, it's our brand, it will be Rolls Royce. Nice. And here we'll have as second parameter, we will have an object. And as we can see, our IDE, its WebStorm, describes the type. So it will have license plate owner and location. So for example, we want to set a location. It will be new location street main zip 1 2 3 4, and for example just owner Alexei. Cool. And let's try to log our car. And yes, we will have the same car, and for example license plate will be undefined. And we can provide also license plate here. So license plate will be AA 7777AA, and we will have also license plate, and we can remove location and remove owner, and these fields will be undefined. So in previous implementation we won't have these properties at all. Here we will have these properties as undefined, but basically in JavaScript logic it's the same. If you don't have a property, you will have an undefined getting not known property from the object. And the main advantage of this approach is to having for example default values for our properties. And for example we will have an owner, and let's suppose the default owner will be like some default dealer. Yes, some default dealer. And if we won't provide our owner, it will be owner and default dealer. If we will provide our owner, it will be Alexei. You will have Alexei as an owner, so you will have fallback. So the main advantage of this approach is to have an object for configuration our properties of new object, and to have a default values for some properties and maybe methods. And I think it's pretty amazing, and it can really increase quality of your code and quality of your building some objects in this way. And I think you should use more this way than previous, but these also two methods are acceptable, and it will be good if you will use it in your code in different situations when you need to construct some complex objects. It can be useful, for example, in finances, when you will have, for example, trading instrument, and then a lot of prices and orders and etc. And you can build it on the front end and display. So you should use a builder pattern to construct these objects. Amazing. In this video we discovered two different variants for implementation of builder pattern in our code. So this pattern will help us to construct complex objects in one object and construct complex objects with many optional properties. Also, we discovered two implementations. It's with additional class and separate method for every property, and wrapping our optional properties in one object, which will allow us to set a default value for a specific property. So that's it. Please like, subscribe, stay tuned. Please share your thoughts about this video and how you used builder pattern in your code. Please follow my Telegram channel, and bye.